Hi everyone, I'm Insulin Inspired, and today we are going to fill a Tandem X2 cartridge for the Tandem X2 pump. You will need several things that all come in a box together. So you will need the cartridge, it comes in a package like this, and you will also need, which comes in the same box, a syringe and needle that come in a package like this. All of this stuff, like I said, comes in the box together. You kind of have to maybe dig through it and find each piece so that you have that. And you also, of course, need a vial of insulin and an alcohol swab. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and clean off the top of our vial of insulin to make sure that's nice and clean. And then we're gonna build our syringe. So the needle and the syringe just kind of screw together. Just make sure it's tight enough that you can use it without that needle falling off on you. And then we are going to remove that needle cover, and we are gonna pull back on the syringe, pull that plunger back, because we have to exchange air for the vial of insulin. For however much insulin we wanna take out, we wanna put that much air in. So you can fill it to whatever you need for 2 to 3 days, depending on which infusion set you use. So we are going to take that needle and insert it into our vial of insulin. I would depress the plunger now with the vial in this position. That helps so that we don't get a lot of bubbles in the insulin, because the air goes up on top of the insulin instead of right down into it. And then keep your finger holding that plunger and flip the whole thing over. And then you can pull back on that plunger to fill your syringe with insulin. And so once you get the approximate amount of insulin that you want in there, you can give it a tap. That moves any bubbles up to the top, and then we have to push the plunger to put those bubbles back into the vial and replace it with insulin if we need more insulin. Once you have what you need in there, you can invert the whole thing and pull that needle out. When you go to fill the Tandem cartridge, the first step is to insert the needle into the middle of that little white stopper so that it gets down into the cartridge. It is a little bit challenging sometimes to get that right in the middle. And there is a device that can help you fill it that I can link in another video. But you're gonna go ahead and put that needle down into it. And you can see there that that needle doesn't go down all the way. That's okay, it's not supposed to. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to pull back on the plunger to get any air that's trapped down in the cartridge out. And it really, we just want to do one teeny little pull to get one little bubble, and that's it. Then we're going to pull that needle back out. We are going to tap again to move that air bubble that we just pulled out and any others that we missed up to the top. And then we're going to push on the plunger here so that that little air bubble comes out the top and we get a couple drops of insulin. And then if you want to double check to make sure you've gotten all the bubbles out, if you invert the syringe a couple of times, usually if there's any bubbles, you'll see them move around, and that helps just make sure you've gotten them all out. Then we're going to go ahead and we are going to put that needle right back where we had it, into the middle of that white stopper. And now you can push the plunger to squirt the insulin into the cartridge. And if it won't push down, just reposition the needle. Sometimes you might not be right in the middle, and that can make it so that you can't push down here. Now that we've done that and we have all of our insulin in there, we can remove the needle and dispose of that in a sharps container so that you don't accidentally prick yourself. And you now have a filled cartridge ready to install in your X2, and go ahead to the next video, find your infusion set, and you can learn how to fill the infusion set. Thanks.